This is the main event of the evening for the UFC World Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Cormier, Derrick Lewis, DC versus the Black Beast. Here is Derrick Lewis. Most knockouts in UFC heavyweight history with 10. Second most knockouts by ground strikes in UFC history with 6. Finished 19 out of 21 fights with knockout. He is number 2 ranked in the world. This is the fight that hardcore UFC fans have been waiting for. If Cormier wins this fight, you know for a fact they want to set up DC versus the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Now that would be a fight for the heavyweight championship. And here is the champ. The man who is not only the UFC heavyweight champion, but the UFC light heavyweight champion. All right, here we go. This is a very quick turnaround here for Cormier and a quick turnaround for Lewis. They were ready for this fight. So there are speculations that Cormier may only have 1 or 2 fights left in him before retiring. Fox actually wants Daniel Cormier to be a commentator for SmackDown Live when SmackDown Live goes to Fox, which would be really cool because Cormier is a very well-known wrestling fan. Here we go. Daniel Cormier fighting out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Or at least he was born in Lafayette, Louisiana. All right, we're just waiting for Daniel Cormier to be prepared to get into this fight. This is probably one of his biggest challenges since winning the heavyweight championship is Derrick Lewis. Daniel Cormier has said that he is actually more comfortable in the heavyweight division than he is in the light heavyweight division. But since John Bones Jones cannot keep his body off of the drugs, he was stripped of the light heavyweight champion and given back to Daniel Cormier. All right, here we go. Cormier, UFC light heavyweight champion and heavyweight champion. 7-fight unbeaten streak. The number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. A 2-time Olympic wrestler in 2004 and in 2008. This guy has only done a little. All right, here we go. One of the most popular stars in MMA right now is Daniel Cormier. As a part of the heavier divisions, he is. Well, next to Conor McGregor, but Conor McGregor is a lightweight and a featherweight. So it's kind of like he is the Conor McGregor of the heavier divisions, light heavyweight and heavyweight. This is the UFC Heavyweight Championship fight. Daniel Cormier, Derrick Lewis for the tail of the tape, 39-33. 5'11", 6'3", 251, 264.5, 72.5, and 79. Derrick Lewis has a huge advantage in almost every single category, other than possibly experience and maybe even power. But Lewis has a lot of power, don't get me wrong. But Cormier is on an 8-fight streak, and he is a dual champion still. Madison Square Garden, main event. Herb Dean is the official for this big time fight. This is not a super fight. This is a big fight. As T-Mobile. And now, UFC around the world. This is the main I've been waiting for. New York City, New York. Man, he is really doing an intro for this. It's fighting out of the blue corner. Tall, weighing at 260 pounds and 1.5 pounds. Presenting the number 2 ranked heavyweight in the world, Derrick. Derrick the Black Beast Lewis. Not the champion. Daniel Cormier is a 500 favorite, 21-1, San Jose, California, fighting out of by way of Lafayette, Louisiana. He is a former Strikeforce heavyweight champion and the current UFC light heavyweight champion. UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel D.C. Cormier. Let's do it. Here we go. Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast. He's ready to fight, man. All right, let's do it. First round, 5 minutes. All right. They're very cautious about going into it. There's a body shot by Lewis to start off. Daniel Cormier trying to keep his distance as much as possible against the Black Beast. Light kick there. It was a heavy light kick. There's a light kick by Cormier. DC is pressuring him. There's a high kick. Trying to go for a takedown here is Cormier. An Olympic level wrestler is Cormier. There's the takedown to the big man. It's amazing how an Olympic wrestler, Daniel Cormier, who has some heavy hands, is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world currently, according to basically everybody. If anybody has a problem with that, then I highly disagree with you. I think he is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world right now. And now really just raking the form right in the face of Derrick Lewis, trying to break this grip that Lewis has on Cormier. The closer that you can keep your opponent to your body, if you are down, then the worse for wear as a part of strikes that they can be, because they can't get in the full oomph of that. This rake in the face here is Cormier, and Cormier now trying to get some elbows and jabs in, some hammer fists. This crowd is not liking this because it's still on the ground. We're less than 3 minutes left of round number 1 in this fight. That was a big strike. Daniel Cormier is trying to get the back. Derrick Lewis is back up to his feet. That was fairly impressive. I'm surprised that Derrick Lewis could get up. Cormier was all over him. There was a little shot there. Again, another takedown there by Cormier. Cormier is such a great wrestler, a phenomenal wrestler. The Black Beast cannot get any defense going in this fight at all. That's a good cup of joe in the morning. 8:30 in the morning. We're almost done with the entire show. Now just multiple shots there. 1:30 left of round number 1. UFC Heavyweight Championship on the line. This is Derrick Lewis's opportunity to dethrone the pound-for-pound best. Big shots there by Cormier to Lewis. Lewis got rocked really bad. Those were bombs. And this guy is a high-level boxer, too. Jesus, man, some huge hammer fists. You can hear them just strike like a motherfucker. He's just dragging Derrick Lewis around like Derrick Lewis is not one of the top fucking contenders in heavyweight. This is how good Cormier is. He is so fucking good. It's like mind-blowingly phenomenal on how he can just toy with you. All right, well, there is the clap of the end of the round number 1. All right, Derrick Lewis absolutely wrecked. I mean, Cormier just wrecked Lewis in that round. Cormier won that round just handsomely, without any single legitimate fuck to give. He absolutely wrecked his shit. Right, he needs to push forward. He needs this. I mean, this is something that he really needs to pay attention to, because he did okay. He did not do great. All right, well, there is the whistle for round number 2 to start. is still presented by Modelo Especial. All right, here we go. Round number 2. All right, they're really taking their time, very cautiously getting into it. 30 seconds in. There's a leg kick in. Cormier lost his balance a little bit. He ate some bombs there. That wasn't good. Derrick Lewis needs to keep this on his feet. That was a kick right to the chest. I think that almost got him in the chin. Lewis is trying to keep the distance from Cormier. That's what he needs to do. He must keep distance. A little up and down action. And there's a body kick, and now trying to go for another takedown here is Daniel Cormier. Got it. He got the takedown. Big trip. And now a front facelock here on Lewis, who's right back up to his feet. No, he cannot hang out on his back. There's a big knee right to the face. Dragging down Derrick Lewis. Keeping the leg and continuing on the pressure. Needs to fight off of his back again. And there's DC with some hammer fists keeping him grounded. There's a big shot there, and now he has the back. This is not good. Oh, there it is. That's it. Into the choke. And Derrick Lewis tapped. Derrick Lewis at DC has beaten Derrick Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, give it a like, follow, subscribe, all that great stuff. And as always, be majestic.